All right, number 15 wants us also to use graphing technology to solve this equation. This time, we don't have to change anything. We can do e to the x in our calculator. I would recommend, instead of trying to clear everything we previously did out, is just to reset the calculator. So if you hit second, the plus sign, the number 7, the number 1, and then the number 2, it will just clear everything out for you. So when you go back to y equal, everything is gone. So what we're going to do, we're going to do e to the x, okay? If you notice the LN button on the left hand side next to 4, e to the x is above it in yellow on mine, so you'd have to hit the second button and then the LN button to get e to the power, and then we put x in. Close that parentheses, and then we're going to do minus ln x. So minus, and then the ln button, and then x. Close parentheses. So this is the left side, okay? Now we're going to do 8. Okay, so arrow down to y2, and the second equation is 8. So on the other side of the equal sign, we have this. All right, now let's graph. Okay, it looks like it just starts at 0 and then curves up. Let me look at the table, second table. So it looks like we have an ordered pair. It says error on y2. No negative values. But we get, so starting x values of 0, this one is 8 the whole time. We don't get a value here, but after that we get multiple values. So we want to know, if I look at the graph, where these two lines intersect, and we can see they intersect here. So we're going to do the same process. We're going to do second, trace, option number 5 for intersect. All right, mine is asking first curve. Okay, so what you will have to do on the phone app is arrow left, right. Make sure you see that cursor, and then hit enter when you're on the left hand side. I can just hit enter anywhere for first curve. It asks me second curve. You would have to arrow your cursor over and make sure you're to the right of it if it asks for right bound. Okay, then hit enter, and then it asks to guess. Just hit enter a third time, and then it computes. So we get an ordered pair, an intersection of 2.17. So solution here should be 2.17. Now, I've done this problem prior to now, and that's why I wanted to look at the table. Again, I'm going to go back. If I hit second graph to see the table, notice I'm not getting any negative values. I don't even get a value when we're at 0, okay? But for some reason, this problem wants you to have 2 solutions. Let me show you, just view an example. Their example shows their graph goes down and dips, and so it crosses the line twice, and you'd have to get 2 solutions. However, ours does not. When we look at our graph, it only crosses one time way at the top, so it's not crossing at this little divot. Let me see if I zoom. Let me just change my window. Let's go from -1 just to get a better picture up to, let's just say 8, and y minimum we'll start at 0 and go to 10. Let's graph. We get a better image. So it just looks like a little hump right here, and then we're crossing. It looks like it only crosses once because there's no part of our graph. It's not like a parabola, like it's hugging this line that we can tell. If we hit trace, just to kind of drive that point home, we're on equation 1. So as I'm going to the right, it's at 3. I don't even see my cursor. Where's my cursor at? It's at 40. Why is it 42? It's way, way up here. So let me arrow back. Cursor should be way up. It should come down. There we go. I'm arrowing left. Keep going, and keep going. And that it just disappears. My cursor goes negative, and we're not getting any more y values. Okay. So there's no, the graph is not way up here that we can tell that it's coming down. And then I start arrowing over, and then my cursor pops back up, and then I got y values. When I go back, no y values. Anyway, I'm showing you this to get you to understand that this graph is, as far as I can see with the naked eye, is not hugging this axis. It's like coming down and curving. It looks like it just starts here, no negative values, and curves up. All right, we should get just the answer of 2.17 rounded to 2 decimal places. Again, we got that from second, trace, calculate, the intersection, option number 5, and I would just have to hit enter 3 times. First curve, second curve, enter, third curve. It shows us the x value. Oh, now it's showing me here. So it didn't show that before. I guess when you zoom in. So maybe it is. Maybe this graph is really close and hugging this and then curving up. Before it just gave me this one. So this 9.127 e to the negative 4, what is that saying? I guess so. I couldn't tell. So you only know that because I worked this problem out twice. Okay, so that negative, that 9 point whatever, and then we have e negative 4. That's like a negative exponent. Means move the decimal place 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4 times left. It's like 0.0009. When you round to 2 decimal places, this is 0.000. That would just be 0. So it's giving us one value of 0 and one value of 2.17. But I didn't see that 0 beforehand, so when I worked this problem out before, it was incorrect. So if you get this problem and you're looking at this graph, there's no way that you can tell or even see that this graph is going over. I was even trying to trace it and show you that when I trace that curve, I'm not even getting any values. Like as soon as I get close, I'm at 0.5. When I go back one more time, it just disappears. So it's not even giving you any indication that there are other y values, but apparently it does. Okay, so we get 2 solutions. If I submit this one, it's going to say it's wrong, but when I add the number 0 there, it now tells me we're good to go. So let's be careful with this one. It's a little bit of a stretch. So if you see it again, this is what we need.